Got a little bit done this weekend. Put in a solar tracker for my solar panels. They basically keep the solar panels pointed directly at the sun all the time. And it's got some wind protection on it. So there's an anemometer there, and if the wind gets up to a certain speed, it'll automatically lay down flat to produce less wind drag. So while I was here, I poured this slab. It's 2 by 2 and it's about 2.5 foot deep. It's a 9 cubic foot chunk of concrete. I got it in, installed this. Here's 6 solar panels, a total of 1200 watts of power here. And it's pretty cool. It automatically tracks the sun. I'll put it on manual and move it, and then have it move back to the sun just to show you how it works. Okay, so I manually moved it to lay it down kind of flat, and it should, in just a minute, automatically position itself toward the sun. There it goes. Pretty slick. There you go. Now it's getting the other axis. There you go. We're getting the maximum amount of output we can out of these 6 solar panels. Works pretty good. I used to have a big pile of dirt here and a big pile of dirt here. I leveled it out a little bit in preparation for being able to use this area for something. I have some plans for this area. I'll show them to you later. But got started by getting this dirt leveled out and getting it kind of level out here, so it's not so wet and mucky. In the near future, I'm having somebody come out here with a bunch of dump truck loads of dirt, and we're basically going to fill this up. Over there is where I plan to have a barn. I'm planning worst case or best case, however you want to look at it, 40 by 60 barn. May not build one that big, but it doesn't hurt to have a pad that big. Just preparing just in case I do. And then I've got a footprint for a house right here. He did manage to get one load of dirt in, but he's having some technical problems and hasn't been able to get started yet. He told me I could help myself to this dirt, so I did. So I took a little bit of this pile. Again, this was a dump truck load, but I've taken a whole bunch of it and added it over here. This was kind of wet all the time over in here, and I've added some, not quite finished yet, but got started. I made it better than it was. Anyway, so I added a bunch of dirt over in this area just to keep it from being so wet. Also added some of that fill dirt here where the tractor's sitting. It was a pretty low spot. It was starting to get pretty wet there. So I added a little bit of dirt there. Hopefully it'll stay drier in the future. Filled my diesel up, and while I had the tanks out, I went ahead and added more dirt in here and raised it up a little bit. A little bit of water was getting up in here, and I didn't like that. So this is just a temporary storage for this stuff right now, but like I said, I'd prefer for it to be as high and dry as possible. I also tore down the old little 10 by 10 shelter that was keeping me dry and keeping the sun off of me, and put up a sunshade. This one's 16 by 24 and does a pretty good job of giving me some shade. I think you can see the shade footprint there on the ground. I get plenty of shade. I started by using one of the existing posts that I'm using over here, and I put 3 more posts in. Got about a bag of concrete in each one of them, 80-pound bag in each one of them. Hold them there. Feels pretty sturdy after the concrete set up. The tall one, about 8 foot. It's tied up about 8 foot high here, and the other diagonal corner, and it's about 5 foot from this corner to this corner. Creates a little bit of a slope to let the rain run off of it. But this will give me a lot of shade, and it's not totally waterproof, but if it's not a bad rain, the water will run off of it. At least that's what I hope. I'm going to take a chance and leave it up and see if it holds up to the wind and the rain and the stuff that's likely to come while I'm gone. Also have a well here now. I'm powering the pump with my solar power, but there's a little bit of a trick to it. I'll show that to you in just a minute. He had to dig about 75, I think he said the casing is 75 foot deep, and the actual well itself is just a little bit deeper than that. Poured me a nice 4x4 pad for it all to set on, and anyway, there you have it. The thing is working great. So this piece sitting on top is basically a step up, step down transformer. I've got it in a step up configuration right now to step the 110, 115, whatever it is, up to 230. The piece down below it is my inverter, the 3500 watt inverter. I have 4 50 amp hour lithium iron phosphate batteries and the 6 solar panels I showed you earlier. And here's the aerial view. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you can keep up with the latest progress.